Is live. Oh my god. Oh yeah, let me do that too. There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but see, I want to make sure it's going through like that. Okay. Did I get a link yet? Now I have. How is everyone today? Come one, come all. Watch me talk about things I did this month. Hashtag Twitch, livestream, Blue Talks. I'm putting the tags open before too. Gaming, anime, art. So yeah, like the tags mentioned in the stream, no music for this one. I'm listening to my own music in the background, and I implore you all to do the same. Because I find that I can actually listen to better and more interesting stuff when I don't have to worry about copyright. And I'm sure you all can relate the same way. Right. Because I'm used to it being right there. God, things have changed on my phone, so I have to. God. Things changed on my phone, so everything's a little bit different now. I had to get used to it. All right. Let's get started. I want to get right into the content. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live stream. So today we're going to be reacting to some of the stuff and talking about some of the stuff that we have done in April. Uh, I usually do this kind of stream every month, just as like a look back, retrospective kind of thing, and go over my content, see what I've done, what I've accomplished. Maybe even talk about things that didn't go on the live streams. So you guys all get a little bit of a retrospective into things I've done in my life and what I've been doing for this month. So basically, I remember at the beginning of this month, or like before I started April, I did mention that I was going to go to Japan this month, but things changed, and so we had to reschedule our trip. And now we're kind of shooting for like around October, and so it'll be definitely some time before we go into that month. But for this month, I was able to actually do a couple more live streams and games and art that I've not been able to do otherwise. So we're gonna go over some of the things that we've done, and we'll just see how well that goes. So here we go. Okay, so here is my backloggery. I always start off with the games that I've done. So this is my backlogger page. As you guys mostly know, all this is all stuff that I have public. Basically, you guys can check this out whenever you want to. And so I'll just be going over the games that we have, like from the top here. Which actually, I remember I usually uh, have it zoomed in a little bit. There you go. So the first game we'll be talking about, obviously, is Neptunia Riders versus Dogus. So this game has been is going to be my upcoming Neptunia game. I have um, I still need to actually physically buy it because I haven't gotten it yet. I was waiting for it to go on sale or until the day I actually start streaming it. So who knows? Maybe there will be a sale going on for this game in the next week, but I don't count on it. So I will most likely be buying it outright before the day before, and then getting that all set up for the live stream. So that'll be a fun day. I only have it on my now playing just as a like a, oh here's what's to come, you know. And then the Kirby Superstar, I decided to put this back on my list just recently. Um, this is actually a game I haven't really gotten into this month because I've been playing other things instead. But it is one I want to get back into soon because I want to try out all the retro games from the past, and this is one of the ones I've been in the middle of for a little while. I just kind of put it on pause, but now I'm gonna kind of bring it back up. Sonic Shadow Generations. I did like beat this I think last month or the month or whatever so before, and it's fun game. I uh, I have played through both things I beat and everything. I'm now just basically going through collection kind of in the background. Um, I get on every now and then if I can help it, just to try to get through some of the other stuff. But I would like to try to get through and complete more things of this game if I can help it. Um, Also, I think you guys will notice I did put a new review in here too. So I put that this is possibly my favorite Sonic game to date. Remastered Generations is already great, but Shadow Generations make this pack so much more worth it. Definitely a must buy for any Sonic fan. I stand by that. So, yeah, anyone who's a Sonic fan or even wants to get into the Sonic series, go ahead and pick up this game. It's a good buy. All right, Shishingo, I still play off and on to help with my Japanese studies. Since I now have half a year to actually brush up on Japanese, maybe I'll actually be able to learn the language before I go to Japan. And wouldn't that be cool? So we'll see how well that goes. But I'm one of the things I'm going to be focusing on this next month is I'm going to be playing a lot more games from like Japanese culture. Um, and I have them all in my like high priority list. A lot of it's PS5 games and Steam games I've been looking at too. Um, Things like Ghostwire Tokyo, Ghost of Tsushima, um, even maybe Neo. Those are all kind of on my list of like things to try out that involve Japanese culture. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that in the next coming month. But these are basically all the games I've been kind of doing off and on. Anything with this little infinity symbol, I just play off and on whenever I can. I've gotten a little bit further into Rivals of Aether now, at least in terms of character progression, I guess I should say. Uh, I like this game. It's a good old Smash alike. I actually think I did recently. Oh yeah, I put a review for both of these by the way too. Uh, so one for this, yeah, fun flashcard game where you take pictures of things in Japan, study them, and learn them as words. It's a cool concept that works really well, and I still boot it up to help with my studies. Must have for anyone looking to learn Japanese. I definitely stand by that. If you are looking to learn Japanese, this is a game that is going to definitely help with that. Or even just hammer out just regular skills, you know. And then Rivals of Aether. Dacian Smash alike. The addition of grab and shields are nice. I like how specials are added to other basic features like get up attacks, grabs, and ledge attacks, which I would love to see that done in a Smash game too, because I thought that was such a cool idea. And then it's still in a really state, but it still gets updated regularly. It has some online support. I would like to see more few single player content for this game and possibly even mod support, like how the original game had like a bunch of Steam Workshop mods you can do with it. I would love to see Rivals of Aether get that same treatment. Rivals of Aether 2, I should say, because it's pretty good, and I could see people going crazy with it. Hatsune Miku Colorful Stage. I still play this regularly on my phone. It's still my favorite rhythm game. Actually, I think I just wrote a review for it too. It's great if you love Vocaloid. Even better if you like collecting idols. Pretty easy on most difficulties, but it can get hard. You can still enjoy it without being good at it, and there's lots of visual novel storytelling and updates and events to look forward to. Very very cool. Yes. This is definitely a good rhythm game for anyone who likes rhythm games or who likes Vocaloid. So high recommend for that. I did keep playing some Sonic and Three Knuckles recently too on the channel. This has basically been one of my main blue plays for a while. I think we just recently started playing more of the Knuckles campaign this month. So we'll get into more of that hopefully in May. Oh yeah, and then here's another big thing that happened this month. I beat Virtual Stars finally. That was definitely a highlight of this month. Was beating Neptunia Virtual Stars. Um, and then I also, of course, I had the another story as the DLC for it as well too. Um, we beat both of those just recently actually. And then let me actually also check this too. Um, yeah, I also put a review for this too. So my favorite Neptunia games to play. I can get lost in the grinding of this game. It's super easy, but offers some challenge if you don't set up the V cubes optimally. Enemies can get annoying sometimes, which they definitely do. The story was good for what it was, and it's a good representation for VTubers. Yeah, I think that's pretty much sums up everything I think about it. Yeah, it's definitely one of the games I enjoy playing a lot out of the Neptunia franchise. I still like the first one the most. I feel like just for nostalgia's sake. Um, and I also love um, the Victory one as well too. But this is still a good entry, I would say. I will definitely be regularly playing this for the next good while here. And then, of course, same thing with the another story. I was kind of hoping that there would be a different gameplay mode for this game, but it's yeah, just a simplified version of the main game. Kizuna is the only playable character. It has a nice story and a deep dive into Kizuna Ai's career. It's a lot shorter than the main game, obviously, because it's only 2 hours compared to the like 20 plus that I put into the other one. I'd rather still play the main game over it, obviously, but the story was still a nice experience for the first time. Um, so needless to say, I probably won't be going back to another story for a good while. I'm just gonna grind out everything from the original game. The only reason I might go back to another story is if they have specific achievements for it, but I don't think they do. So we should be good on that. Recently, just month, we did just start getting into Dragon Ball Fighter Z, and yeah, this is a cool little game that we've basically my newest fighting game that I played because I've been wanting to get into more fighting games, and so this is like the main one that I was like, ooh, okay, let's try it out because I've seen people play it before, and I've always wanted to try it out for myself. It's a very decent fighting game. I uh, I definitely want to probably go through the main story at least and try to beat that. And then once I feel more confident with my skills, I'll go online and start kind of playing it regularly like that. Um, but I think there's some other games I still kind of want to try to do in the meantime. But this is a good one to play like in the background of other stuff that I do. I say so that's what I'll do. And then of course I still play Ring Fit Adventure regularly. I've been trying to be a little bit more dead set on actually going through and playing this more because I want to stay in shape and I want to get in shape for Japan. And this is a good way to do so is through a aerobics exercise game like this. Uh, it's a very good time. I would say I've actually been enjoying my playthrough of it so far. Even just like not even taking to the fact that it keeps me fit. The game is just enjoyable by itself. I really like it actually. Um, but yeah, it's definitely a good thing if you are wanting to stay in shape because it kind of helps. It helps in any basically any aspect that you want to focus on. Like even if you want to just do arms or your legs or your core, it's got stuff for all of that. So I definitely love going through it. Recently, I've been playing more Core Keeper with Ben. Um, it's basically been our main game we've been playing for a little while because it's gotten some updates recently, and so we've been checking out some of the content. We've been getting through it. We beat I think the main three bosses so far, and now we're kind of venturing out into the outside parts, which are a lot harder. Um, but I am kind of curious to see where the end of the game takes us because I have never gotten that far. I've only gone past the first three bosses before. So this will be an interesting experience to go through. I'm playing as a mage build, by the way, so because I like the magic, and so far it's going pretty well. I still have yet to start Katakana Wars. I'm sorry, I'm very sad about this because I really do need to. This is one of the few things in Japanese language I'm still struggling with, and this game's gonna help me so much with keeping in track and getting down these concepts for it. So I will be definitely starting it up soon whenever I can. I just have to dedicate myself to doing it basically. Baldur's Gate 3, I still play every now and then. Um, this one is mostly, I've been mostly playing the version of this with Ben, where I'm playing as Cassandra. So I have, yeah, this whole thing going on right here with Ben. Um, that's going pretty good so far. We haven't gotten all the way through the game, but we play it every now and then. And the other one I'm doing is the one where it's just me as a sorcerer, a lightning sorcerer, I should say. But I have all these other ideas I want to play in the game. It's Baldur's Gate really is one of those games that I have so many ideas that I would love to do for it. I need to do it. I just need to dedicate time for it, and it's hard to find time nowadays to do any of these. So that's kind of where I'm at. Uh, Wagotabi. I have still played this regularly every now and then. Um, it is another one of those games like Shishingo, like Katakana Wars, that is helping me with my Japanese studies, and I still need to get through more of it. It's very much like a Pokemon type of game, but you're doing Japanese quizzes instead of battling Pokemon. Uh, so it's still a good experience so far. It's one of the few paid for games that I got for free because of my play money. Uh, but it's going good so far. I still need to get through it. It's still a progress. Um, every now and then, whenever I can help it, I just try to get on and make at least a little bit of progress. And any little bit of progress I can make in a game like this is gonna help me in my studies. So I am looking forward to it. Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. I did actually just recently play this earlier a little bit today too. Um, I have basically this has basically been my main game I've been trying to do in the background. At least in terms of my PS5 and PlayStation stuff. Uh, I it's very fun. I love the rhythm game for it. It's a very good follow up to the Persona 5 storyline, and I just like playing the music from these games in the rhythm game. Love I love seeing all the characters dance. Um, and also it gives you some interesting character interactions that you never really saw in the base game. So it's kind of nice seeing how it all progresses. I'm still working through it. I'm almost done with it, I think, though. I just have to go through a couple more stages, get a couple more challenges done, because the whole thing about the progression of this game is you have to unlock socials, which you basically unlock all the socials in the game by just playing more of the main game. But it's all a bunch of different challenges, like get a cumulative score, um, get a uh, get a combo going for a cumulative combo going for two, play a bunch of different tracks, even uh, clear a bunch of different tracks, all that jazz basically. Uh, It's good though. I'm enjoying it a lot. I still play my Street Pass games every now and then. I feel like I'm one of the only people in the world who still uses their 3DS and still has their Street Pass going. Because I definitely in my area, I have not seen anyone in my area use Street Pass. Mm. Funny enough, though, I can actually kind of cheat it a little bit by taking my other 3DS or my other 2DS here with my other profile on it, and just having those exchange Street Passes every now and then. It's like the main way to get a free Street Pass every now and then. So, but yeah, for the most part, I would actually say there is one game in here that I did beat recently, and that was Ultimate Angler. I did actually finally beat Ultimate Angler. I got the final fish, and now there's just all the other islands that you have to get plaza tickets for. Which from what I remember, I don't know if you can get those from the play coined people. I think you have to get it from Street Pass. So that'll be a bit of a thing to grind through, but it's fine because I technically beat the thing, so I don't mind it too much. I think most of my play coins are now going to go towards Ninja Launcher or Me Trek to try to beat those experiences. Um, but yeah, it's going good so far. Even Feed Me Too wouldn't be a bad idea. Uh, but that's basically my progress in those. On my 2DS as well too, I've been trying to work up the time to actually play Sonic Boom Shatter Crystal because it's one of the few 3DS games I never played through that I've owned for so long, and it's a good excuse to play it is on that system. Uh, so I have it on there, and eventually I will get through it. But I've been doing a lot of other games on the road instead. Uh, but this is one of the ones I have been wanting to try out more, just whenever I can, because I've kind of been in like at least this last month or so, I've kind of been in a retro kick a little bit. I like the idea of just playing games from the past and seeing how they hold up and or how they and just getting to games I've never experienced before in my life. Especially like games like the old school Kirby's. I'm starting to like those a lot. I still play Heaven Burns right every now and then. Um, I still have not made much progress in the story, sadly enough. Uh, I need to though. I definitely need to. I just again, it's hard to find time to play games that you want to nowadays. It's really hard. Same with Zenless Zone. Same with Wuthering Waves. They're all here just as like, yeah, I play these guys I boot up and play these every now and then. Uh, but I play everything up here a lot more than I play everything down here, obviously. Uh, also, I like to boot up every now and then too, just to mess around with it. It's still one of my favorite rhythm games, so I like booting it up every now and then just to kind of see and do different stuff in it. Yeah, but a lot of my time recently has been taken up by other things like anime and drawing mostly. I've been trying to get more progress in my drawing stuff. So yeah, it's it's hard to find time. Nekapara I still want to beat through as well too. Um, this is one of those games I really should actually focus on as like a background thing because it doesn't take a lot to play a visual novel. Obviously, you just kind of go ahead through and experience it. It's kind of almost like an anime in that respect, but I also like using my anime to just watch in time in those kind of times too. And we'll be getting to that list in just a second, so give it a second. I have Beat Saber on here just again as my regular Oculus game I played. I actually had not played this for a long time though. I actually don't know if I've even booted up at all this month. I really should, just like just to try it out every now and then. It's such a fun game. And then Astrobot's all the way at the bottom of my list because I still have yet to play it. Um, the main reason I have it here on this list like this is because I want this to be the next PS5 game I play after I'm done with Persona 5. So that's why I've been trying to make more progress in that so I can actually get to this. But yeah, that's kind of where I stand on my now playing. Um, here's my backloggery breakdown. I don't know if these numbers have changed too much since my last time, uh, but this is what I got so far. I'll just go through like all the regular stuff to show you guys what is going on with everything. Um, and of course, before we move on to the next section, I do want to go over my history of what I've done this month and kind of show you guys what has gone on. I think it goes from the top, right? Yeah, it goes from the top. So I'm going to start from the bottom and go up. So here's everything I did in March. And as you can see, one of the games I did kind of technically play a little bit more this month too was Repo. I play this sometimes with my friends. We at least tried out one game together this past month, and we have not had a lot of time to get together to do more. But it's fun. I did enjoy it. It's at least what little of it I did play, I did enjoy it. It's very much like Lethal Company, and those types of and like content warning. It's very much in the same vein as those types of games. Um, it's cool. I definitely think that this is like one of the better version of those genres, just because it has so much charm to its character design and its monsters and everything, and uh, and just the gameplay itself is kind of it's pretty fun too. So I this is definitely a game I wouldn't mind getting on to play more with my friends. We just need to get on to do more. We did, yeah. Again, this month we did beat Sonic 3 for the first time. We're now going through the Knuckles portion of the game, so that'll be probably the next Sonic playthrough I do after this. And then I did finally beat Sex and the Furry Teddy too. Huzzah! I know you guys have been looking forward to that one for a long time. Um, it's yeah, I technically kind of beat it a while ago. I would say I think I just decided to finally add it as that just because I finally got through the content of it. Um, it's all right. It's very much all right. It's like it's if you know, you know, you know. We did beat Virtual Stars, like I mentioned before as well too. And then yeah, we did beat Ultimate Angler. We also did beat Bendy and the Ink Machine. That was another game that we did this month, and that we actually played through and finished. Actually, when did we started this game a little while ago, right? Where's Bendy? Yeah, here it is. Started technically 2 months ago. Wow. Okay. And we finally beat it though. We finally got through the rest of it. It was a fun game. Actually, I can I'll go through the thing for it because I did write a review for that as well too. Um, I technically, I guess again, I started these games technically because they were marked on my thing as unfinished or unplayed. And I just kind of updated them to match the thing. And then of course I added all of the Halo games underneath the Master Chief Collection. So that's what all of this is. Started Dragon Ball Fighters, Be Another Story, and then yeah, we finally added Riders just earlier too. So that's basically kind of what has all happened this month. Not too much, sadly. um, a lot of the other stuff I've been doing is just kind of like been in the background or it's things I've already been playing. So is what it is. But I'm gonna go through Bendy. Oops, not that one. I might go through Dark Revival at some point, but it's not high on my list at least. Here we go. So what I put for Bendy is it's a nice indie horror game in the style of the Rubber Hose animation. It has some good scares and some decent challenges to it too. The story was all right, but it was a decent experience from beginning to end. Yeah, it was all right for me. I got why people liked it, obviously, but it wasn't really like it wasn't like the most groundbreaking thing, obviously. It's still very much like just an indie horror game, and it's good for what it was though. I enjoyed it. I usually can find enjoyment in most games I play. If I ever have gripes with games, I usually always state it, like the freaking enemies in Neptunia. Those guys. were a pain in my ass for sure. Okay, so that is basically everything to do with the backloggery in my games. So we are going to go on now to the anime list. Um, and you guys will probably be disappointed to know that this list has not changed a lot since the last time I did anything for this. Shocker. I still don't watch a lot of anime. I've been trying to change it though. I did start watching some though. I would say for the most part, um, I don't know if Attack on Titan's changed at all because I remember mentioning I started watching Attack on Titan last month, but I don't remember if I actually continued any more past this. I am on episode 17, so that's my current progress in that. And then, actually, like I said, we should probably do this by progress instead of title. So, forgot about Sonic X. Yeah, I want to get through the rest of it. I just need to find a good place to watch it. I have actually made some progress in Lucky Star. As you can see, I've gotten to episode 12. Or no, I've gotten to episode 13. I've watched 12 episodes of it. Um, this has basically been the main anime I've been trying to get through now. Um, I want to get through more anime though. For the upcoming trip because I want to get into more anime. Uh, for Japan, so I kind of know more series and I want to kind of go through like the big hitters. Like I want to go through Attack on Titan. I want to go through Gurren Lagann, and I want to go through Jujutsu and Demon Slayer. I want to experience them, even Spy Family, even to an extent too. I want to get through them. It's just I have to find some time when I have some free time throughout the day, just sprinkle it into my schedule somewhere, and maybe I'll actually be able to make some more progress in it. I'm kind of really hoping to see if May is going to be the month where I can actually get through more anime and more games, and just make more spare time for it. Um, I because I've been spending a lot of my free time just doing like bullshit stuff, like either I'm either on like Reddit or I've been watching YouTube shorts even. Um, those are and sometimes even through X. Sometimes I scroll through that as well too. I get a little bit lost in those sometimes, admittedly. Um, but I do want to actually try to use more of my spare time nowadays to get through things that I've been meaning to do, like games, like anime, like my drawing. So, and I have a lot of ideas for my drawing. I'll get into that in a bit, but yeah, for the most part, again, this list has not very much changed since the last time we talked about these series. Um, I don't remember if I talked about trying to get through the Neptunia OVA, but I did try to like recently watch it before on there, and I haven't gotten through more of it. It's still kind of in the background. Same with all these things. Oh man, I forgot that I said I was gonna watch ReZero. Oh man, I really do want to watch ReZero season 3. I still have yet to watch it. That's definitely the one I think I'm gonna be watching next after I'm done with Lucky Star. I got 12 more episodes to go through, and then I think I'm gonna watch ReZero, and then I will be going through all of those other big hitter animes in the coming months. In the coming month, hopefully. I am gonna try to definitely make more time for it if I can help it. In fact, I might have a little bit of time later today, after I finish the live stream, to start going through some of this stuff. So we'll see about that. We'll definitely see about that. Um, I don't think, yeah, I'll go through my complete again just to be safe, but I don't think any of these have changed either. All of these should still be the same things you've seen before. Okay, Shogowers, yeah, Gabriel, I still love that anime. Hinako, yeah, Ishizoku, Interferes, yeah. Love of War was such a good series. Konosuba is so good. Dragon Maid's so good. I wouldn't mind getting back into My Hero at some point. Uh, I think it's low on my list though. I would probably rather go through some of the other new anime than I would go through My Hero. especially just because it's just such a big long series. New game, still one of my favorite animes. It's still one of my favorite animes. ReZero is still definitely my favorite anime though. I would say ReZero is actually my favorite anime. I just hate stopping and pausing one thing just so I can go to another one. I hate having to do that. That's why I really want to finish Lucky Star before I get back into ReZero. I could watch both. I could just do both, but I like finishing things that I start, you know. I like to try at least. I like to try. Um, yeah, that's that too. Okay. I think all the stuff I have on hold is all the stuff that's already been on hold for a while. Yeah, this is a giant list. Um, I don't think I've had any more recent drops either. All these should be the same that they were. Yeah. Okay. But that's basically where I'm at. Also, again, before I move on to my art, I do want to go back a little bit to my gaming stuff because I remember that there was a thing that I recently went through here before for my priorities. Because even past the things I'm now playing, I do have stuff that I've been putting either on hold or that I have high up on my list. And I do want to kind of talk about those a little bit. Um, or do I? Actually, I'll at least scroll through it just to show you guys like these are things I've started a while ago. And basically, how I'm kind of sorting everything on my backlog right now is everything I have on pause is stuff I'm basically going to be trying to play next if I can help it. Like this is stuff that I started a while ago and I do want to finish it. And I do want to play through more of it. It's just I want to pause it now so I can make room for the other things I'm doing. And then uh, yeah, I'm still looking forward to playing a lot of these games. I have a lot of that I paused, as you can obviously see. And of course all the games. There's so many games that I'm just like high on my list that I want to do. But uh, like I said, there's other. I'm mostly I think gonna try to focus on the Japanese ones if I can help it, or things focus on Japanese culture. Um, but yeah, no, that's fine. I just kind of wanted to scroll through it. I didn't really want to talk about it too much, but there is a lot of games on here that I do want to try out eventually. There's so much to do, dude. There's so much. Okay. So now we're gonna go into my art. So as you can see, I have done one art piece this month, and I published it like about a week ago. Good old Vicky. So this is my newest character that I've drawn. I drew on the live stream I think this week or this month I should say. Uh, this month I did draw her, and I did release the full version since I've done it. So here is the full version. Um, I think this actually took me a little bit longer to make than I originally thought it would because she's just a very well decorated person. Like as you can see from here, just from here, um, a lot of work went into her arms for the tattoos, kind of like deciding what tattoos should be what and where they go on her arms. The rest of her design is a little bit more simplistic, but I wanted to put a lot of work into her arms and into her pins because Vicky herself is a very expressive person. She's a very punk and rebellious person, and I wanted to kind of show that off in her design. So, also you'll see in the top corner here, I actually made a little bit of a lore basis as well too, because we already had the logo for Skullpunk for a while. I have it featured at least 3 times on her because she loves that band. But she also likes From Dusk Till Dawn, which she has, whoops, which she has pictured up in the top corner. Um, and this is that the gothic metal band that I've made in my world as well too. Um, I kind of tried to make their logo a little bit reminiscent of like most metal bands do, where they have like all these points and spikes coming out of the words. But I also wanted to do it in the style of my own font, because I have the curvy font that works with it. So I thought that was a cool blend of the two styles. So that's what her main thing is, at least. As you can see, she has some very interesting tattoos on her and some very interesting pins, all on her jacket and everything. Um, she's definitely very, very well decorated, and I really wanted to show off the pins and stuff that she has on her because I wanted to show off the fact that she is like a DIY girl, and so all of the pins and all of the patches that she put on her things, it's all custom made and everything like that too. But yeah, I like her design a lot. I think she's really cool. I do want to make a thing for her eventually. Um, in fact, I don't know. I might make her full art for my next Blue Draws, because that's the next stream I've been meaning to do is my next Blue Draws stream, and I've been trying to figure out what I want to do with it. Because I've technically I can actually go through it on here. Um, I've done a lot of full art for some of my other characters technically, because like I've done Victoria as a rabbit, I have that on here. I have Jessica as the dog, so I kind of technically have her updated look on here. Um, I would like to make another version of her human self as well too. Um, but I like doing the Sonic art every now and then. It's but I have a lot of other characters to show off as well too. So I think what I might do is I might make the next full art I do of Vicky, and we'll see how that goes. Because I really like her design, and I want to show her off in her natural habitat, I guess I should say. So I will figure out a pose and everything to do with her in a bit. My goal is to eventually all these characters I made these character references for, I want to make a full art piece of them, like in the same vein of these wallpapers, or even something kind of like this in the White Heart thing. Not necessarily exactly this because this took a while to make, um, but something similar where it's a character and there's a background and it maybe has the full coloring and full shading effect on it because she has, yeah, I would say, yeah, she has shading on her. So I would like to get the full shading work done on it too. Same with Victoria. She's got full shading done on her as well too. I have so many ideas though. But yeah, like I've done those characters, so I think she would be the next best one to do. Also, by the way, speaking of my art, I'll take a quick little section here to talk about some future projects I have because the main thing I've been wanting to do this month is I've been wanting to do a lot more things with comics and a lot more things involving just like my world and arts and stuff in general. I have some stuff cooking up in the background, um, but I am currently in the process of making a new world, and this world is going to be more focused on like an artistic representation of the world technically, and it's all based on this girl right here, my main character Zuka. um, Not necessarily this version of her because this is her in the Sonic verse, but you know what I mean. Where's my official art of her? It's all the way down here, dude. Well, here's some official art of her. I forgot about this. There's my official art of her. Involving this girl, dude. So basically, what I've did, because I drew this character concept a while ago. Actually, it should say on here how long ago I published this. Fucking 5 years ago. Over 4.5 years ago? Are you serious? 4.5 years ago, I made this character. I am old. I'm so old, dude. But yeah, I've been starting to kind of mess around with concepts of like uh a world based on people like her. because I originally drew this as a like character concept of just like a simple character concept because that's what I wanted Zuka to be. I wanted Zuka to just be this character that was easy to draw, had a simple design, and something that could be easily just made fan art and everything of too. Um, I, 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 I wanted her to just be like an icon basically for the channel. But the more I started to play around with concepts in my head and everything, the more I started to think about, oh, what if we just had a society of things like this? So, yeah, there is a world I'm making right now that is going to basically be around her, um, and what she does. So, like the ink hair thing, is like a whole race of people in the world that she comes from, and they do this by putting it into these gadgets, inking their territory, painting objects around them. There's this whole big thing about all of these enemies coming out from the void that are trying to erase the world, and they're the ones who are trying to create and make new life by doing these things with their ink weapons. So it's basically a battle versus the forces of destruction and the forces of creation. Uh, I thought it was a really neat concept, and so I've been building upon that for at least a good couple of months now, and things are slowly coming toward like a spearhead now, where things are starting to be a little bit more fleshed out, a little bit more thought of, um, and I've started to kind of I need to make up some more like concept art for some stuff probably, but it's definitely a thing I've been like thinking about a lot in my spare time, um, and I do want to like show off the idea of it by making a comic series of it too. So that's one of the other things I've been cooking up in the background now is a comic series based on this new world, which I think I actually have dubbed a name for it now. Let me give you the name because I wrote it down. Da, 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 da. Here's my story ideas. Um, oh yeah, the original idea, and the thing that you actually might see on the cover of the thing is Prismoria. Prismoria was the original name for it, but I thought that it sounded better as the name of a notable place in the world rather than the world itself. So Albadora is what the world's actually going to be called, which is basically a mix of whiteness and Terra. And so, uh, yeah, that's kind of it's the whole idea of the world is that everything's a white blank canvas. Things are outlined by these like black outlines to show differences between things. So it's like a giant art piece basically, and they have these creatures who use their ink to color the world, bring it to life, and also fight against the eraser threat that are trying to kill them. I thought it was a neat concept, and Prismoria is basically the centerpiece of all of these cultures because there's colors for every single type of thing under the rainbow, and Prismoria kind of just blends everything together. They're basically like the apex of that world, where everything is welcomed, everything is brought in, diversified, blended together to create this just rich culture of all of the colors mixing it together, and it's gonna be a cool concept. I'm really looking forward to actually bringing more ideas out about it. But I did definitely want to talk about it in something like this because these are kind of like update videos to an extent of things that are going on in my life. So that's one of the things I wanted to bring up was the idea of this new world. But you're not going to be seeing anything like immediate from this. I think the main one I'm focusing on making a comic for right now is something for Syria, which the main girl for Syria that I'm going to be trying to do is Heather. Uh, this is a character concept I drew up a while ago. She's kind of like almost my Keyblade warrior, where she has this heart weapon that she's attuned herself to, but has become broken because of her past, and how she feels inside. So I wanted to make this basically like this adventure romance story where she goes out into the world. She's on a journey to Apex, and she along the way she finds this guy who basically tries to woo her over, and basically does everything he can to woo her over. But she's very much the tsundere type. She doesn't like a lot of. She thinks that he's trying to use her. So there's a little bit of like play fighting technically, I guess, to a point. Um, but even just regular actual fighting between them. Um, and it's an idea I've been cooking up and thinking up for a while. Uh, this is a comic I've wanted to do for a while. This is like the first one I like really put a lot of thought and focus into these last few months, and I'm looking forward to actually posting and doing more things with it because I've been wanting to do comics for so long again. I have stopped doing comics for a while because I just have not had a lot of time to do so. Actually, I think the last comic I ever posted on my channel or on my page was like all the way back when I was in high school, which let me just kind of scroll down just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Like I was doing a lot of stuff for Syrian lore and I was drawing a lot of art based on Syria, but that wasn't like a comic, you know. That wasn't like a story that I was trying to tell. That was just me drawing things for a world I was creating. The last time I actually drew a comic for my channel was like all the way fucking down here, dude. This is old art here down here. This is old art down here. It should be, I think, right down. Where was the actual last one of it, actually? Here it is. I see it. I think this was the last page, too. Yeah, this was the last page. Page 13 is next on the list. When will page 13 come out? Sadly, it will not. But yeah, the TUR, the Uprising. I This was like the first comic I actually did. I love this shit, dude. I've been wanting to do something like this for so long again, and obviously just with like new art and update art. But I've been wanting to make comics for so long again. I've had so many ideas to do comics when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I should say, and I want to bring it back. I've I I miss doing it. So that's gonna be one of my next big projects is this next thing. By the way, I will at least admit the name of the comics. I'm pretty sure the one with Zuka is gonna be called Prismoria, because a lot of it's gonna be based off of the idea of what things are going on in Prismoria. It might be Albedo, but I'm not entirely sure. That's still kind of a working concept. Um, but the one I for sure I'm going to be doing with Heather is it's going to be called "The Key to My Heart," and you'll be seeing more things based on that. Hopefully in the coming month. Um, the main thing I want to do for it is I want to make the character reference for uh, the guy Max. Um, I want to make his character concept because he's going to be a big main character in the story. And then I might even do a character concept or monster sheet concept for the Soulless because I want them to be a big part of the story too at some point, and maybe even just like other Syrian monsters too. I kind of want to make some more concepts for that before like delving into the full comic, but I do want to start making a storyboard for things at least because I think the sooner I start making a storyboard and getting things down on like on my screen, the more it'll actually be in a space where I'm like, okay, this is something that's actually being made. Because so far this has all been a concept. I've been meaning to do something like this for a long time. I just have never focused and put myself to do it and put it on paper and get it on, do all that kind of stuff. So, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. Um, but yeah, like I said, next blue draws at least should be around Vicky because I do want to draw her. I really like her character concept. But at the same time, I don't know. I wouldn't mind even doing one of Heather. I think both of them are very good options. But we'll see. We will see. We will see. I'm probably gonna put it between those two. Let me know, guys. What do you think I should do for my next blue draws? Should I do Vicky or should I do Heather? I think both are good ideas, at least. All right, so that is my channel and my art. I've actually talked about more than I thought I was going to, because I actually had things to say about projects I've been doing. Go figure. All right, so now we're gonna move on to my YouTube channel. So we are we have done some live streams in the last couple of days, as you guys can obviously see. So from my last March monthly wrap up, I have been playing more Virtual Stars. So what we did 5 streams of Virtual Stars um, since the start of this month, and we've beaten the rest of the game. Around the 12th stream, we beat the game, and then we played the DLC for the last week. I'm pretty proud of that. I think that was you'll notice that literally a lot of my live streams is always Neptunia because I play it every week. I've at least out of all the things I'm going on my channel, I've always made Neptunia a priority as a at least the one stream I do every week. And so far it's worked out pretty well. And as you can also see from this channel too, I've done a little bit better about actually doing another stream before my Neptunia stream, at least 1 or 2 streams before my next Neptunia series, if I can help it. That's pretty nice. I like that bit of diversity, so it's not just all Neptunia, because I know it's some months I was only doing Neptunia to Neptunia, which those are a bit of rough on content. But this time, I think we've gotten some diverse options for content this time around through, so I'm pretty impressed by that. We did react to the Nintendo Direct earlier this month because that was like one of the first things that happened. um, oh yeah, Nintendo Switch 2. I am looking forward to it. I think they said sometime this next month they're actually going to be starting to send out codes for pre-orders or orders for pre-orders and stuff out. Um, I'll definitely be waiting for my pick of the share. I'm gonna see if I can get the one for Mario Kart World because that's the best bundle I'm gonna get for that system, and that's basically about as much as I'm willing to pay for is the 500 for the system and Mario Kart by all together. Uh, I still think some of the prices on some of the physical games are getting and the digital even are starting to get a little outrageous, but you can always look out for uh, you know, you can always wait until things go on sale or things start to go down over time. I definitely don't need to get a lot of new games. I feel like for the new Switch, the main ones I'm looking forward to is Mario Kart World and even the Donkey Kong game. But I think for the most part, I'm gonna be saving a lot of my money for other games in the future. Crossworlds is probably going to be one of the next new games I get whenever they release that for Sonic. And yeah, but other than that, I'm not really gonna be buying a whole lot of new Nintendo games. Metroid Prime does look cool, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick that up. Um, I would say Tomodachi, the new Tomodachi game, does look really cool. I would definitely play that if anything. Uh, but I think for the most part, depending on how much Bonanza is gonna be when I am able to get my hands on it, I would definitely want to try to play that. Um, I I'm probably also gonna get some of the upgrades for some of the games I've played already too, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Forgotten Lands. Forgotten Lands actually looks really cool with the updates they're doing for it. Um, those are probably gonna be most of what I spend my new money on for the Switch too. But other than that, if as long as it plays and does all the games that am used to doing, everything should be fine. I'll obviously be keeping my old system and old Switch just in case it I can only play some certain games on that. But it sounds like just about everything's gonna work on the new one that I have. So I'll have to see what things do and what things I can play them on. And I actually wonder how Backloggery will handle a new console release like that too, because they'll have to add the Switch 2 as a new system for all of that. So that'll be fun. Obviously, also I will be probably playing some of the new, what's it called? The GameCube ones. Yeah, I think GameCube is the newest one that they've been adding to the Switch 2. I'm gonna be adding all of those as well, and playing some old GameCube games probably too on there. That'll be fun. But there's a lot to look forward to for Nintendo Switch 2. Uh, but until then, Sonic the Hedgehog and 3 Knuckles 2, everyone. Yeah, I finally beat this game this month, and I am going through the Knuckles stuff now. So that's all fun stuff. I basically talk about a lot of this on my thing, Bending Machine. I beat that finally too. Um, I also this month I've been trying to do a new thing where I've been playing more tabletop games because ever since I did my Steam stream showcase of Tabletop Simulator where I did some single player games, I'm like, ooh, virtual tabletop games are pretty fun. Uh, so I have been playing some of those with Pansy as well too, as you can obviously see from this next stream here. Uh, and I've been waiting to kind of do the next collab. He's been out for a little while, just due to own stuff going on, which I'm not going to get into, obviously. But when he does come back, we'll probably be doing that more on a more regular basis. The tabletop simulators. Um, I did like the idea of doing that series with him. It was pretty fun. It was fun just playing whatever games we did on there. We mostly played Guess Who for the first one, and then the Pokemon Master Trainer. That was pretty good too. Uh, I just miss playing board games with people. So playing this month was very fun. I really did enjoy this. Like just if these streams might not have been the best for like I don't know content wise maybe, but they're one of my favorite ones to go through just because I love playing games. I love playing board games, and I want to play more because I've been meaning to do more. It's just it's a world that I've not been able to play around with and touch for a while. All right. So yeah, that was my for fun stream this month, and then my Steam stream this month happened to be Dragon Ball Fighters, and wow, have I actually is that actually the case? Have I been that lacking on content that I've gone through only one rotation through the whole month? Because that's pretty crazy. Because I've noticed what was the last thing I did? It was yeah, it was a drawing, and I did my learn things because I thought I was gonna go to Japan that month. Let me know, guys, too, if you want me to bring back Blue Learns. I wouldn't mind bringing it back to get a little bit update on my thing every month. Um, but I kind of do want to get caught up with other content too because, like I said here, we did the drawing, and then the next thing on rotation was Blue Play Sonic. Yeah, and then Blue Play Sonic went to For Fun, and then For Fun went into Blue Plays, and then Steam Stream, and now we're back to drawing. Wow, it took a whole month to do that, huh? That's, I don't know about that. I would obviously like to do. I'd like to try to get more streams done if I can this month because I have a lot of ideas for streams, but hopefully we'll get through more of them. I spoke my piece about Bendy already. It's a pretty good game, and I was glad to finally be able to beat it this month so we can focus on the next Blue Plays, which I think I already kind of confirmed it was going to be Undertale. Let me just make sure that's right. Yeah, Undertale's going to be my next Blue Plays because there's definitely some hype going into Deltarune, and I want to make Undertale my next one I actually get through all the way if I can help it. All right. So and then yeah, obviously we played Steam stream of Dragon Ball Fighters, which this was interesting because there was actually like a story and everything to this game, and I did spend like a decent amount of the stream just playing that, but I did a little bit of everything, and it was a nice little game. I'll see how much more I can get through it. Hopefully. Oh yeah, and then so now for our last segment, we're going to be going into the shorts of what I have done this month. So as far as I can tell, I don't think there hasn't been a whole lot of new shorts. Um, I think these are the only two that I managed to make this month Because all of these were from the last bendy stream we did. Right? I think so. Actually, that's right. I need to pause my music. And then we're going to actually be able to live stream this audio. The Butcher Gang. Yeah, this was from the first one. So yeah. So these are the new ones that we've done. I'll go through and do the reaction because again, these shorts are pretty small, so we can actually go through and go through those like regular. So you just gotta make sure you're not walking the path when when he does. To be fair, I did not know he was gonna come out of that wall. If there's anything I could say about the bendy streams is it made some good content, dude. The bendy streams made some good content. I'll admit that because I was able to make these shorts out of it, and that was that was such a funny moment from the stream. Just like all of a sudden, oh, there he is. Also, hello. Why am I translator Kun? Hello, are you there? Are you doing anything? Oh, there you go. He was taking a little break for a while there. I don't know why he would do such things. I don't know why he's continuing not to do such things. Are you good? Okay, good. Okay, everyone. I think yeah, I'm safe here. Okay. I was mistaken. Little did he know he was wrong. Clearly mistaken. Little did he know he was very wrong. He was very much not safe in that very moment. Very unfortunate, I would say.
No shot, you're meant.
Oh, God, this is just going through all my shorts. Hold on. Can I just close this? Hello? No. No. Apparently not. Okay, that's fine. I'll just stick it on here, I guess, then. But yeah, those are basically the only two shorts I've been able to make this month. It's all right. Bendy did some good things. It was able to make some good content at least. Is this showing up on here too? No. Okay, I was curious about that. But yeah, it was overall a pretty good thing. Why is it continue to do this? Hold on. Hello. I don't know why translator sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't. I'll just move you over here for now. All right. But yeah, I think let me just check everything on my dock just to be safe. But I'm pretty sure we went through just about everything. Oh yeah, my personal projects as well too. I'll make a little note here while I'm talking about stuff. So I remember mentioning before on my last couple of these streams that I have also been working on a TCG in the background. It's still very much in the rough concept stages. I have yet to actually like make any cards or anything for it. Maybe hopefully sometime this month I might be able to actually make the concept at least for what the card looks like, and then I can start posting at least that. And then maybe then I can start just like making the basic cards I've thought of so far, because I have a decent amount of stuff thought of for the deck. I want to make God damn it. Hello. Please, translator, do you hear me? I don't know why it's being so difficult with me right now. Okay. But yeah, I'm working on my TCG in the background. I would like to actually be able to do more of it. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my thing and sometimes it shows it's doing a thing and sometimes it's not, so I don't really get why it's not. It's very strange. Okay. But yeah, that's like the main thing with my TCG in the moment. It's really still in the concept stages. Uh, I do want to. I think sometime this month I'm gonna try to hammer out a rough concept for the cards, for the template, for the everything that goes into it, and then hopefully I'll get everything ready for a rough playtest, so I can actually start trying it out with some people, even here or even with like Alex and stuff. I would like to do that. So we'll be definitely doing some stuff towards that. Um, I've been doing more D&D in that recently as well too. Uh, I talked about that last time on the thing. It's still going on. It's it's still a fun thing that's going on. Um, I think it might be better for me just to save this segment of D&D for another show because I would like to actually show off things I've been doing with it rather than just talking about it. So maybe at some point I'll actually go through some of my old D&D stuff. Maybe as a for fun segment. Who knows? Uh, but I think that's basically gonna wrap up everything we're doing. Like I said, the next drawing that I want to do is probably gonna be either between Heather or Vicky. Let me know what you guys think is gonna be a cool drawing idea to do. But yeah, for the moment, the next couple things to go on for my rotation are gonna be pretty standard. Blue plays Sonic is still gonna have Sonic in 3. My next for fun, I'm unsure really what to do too much for it. I would love to do Blue Cooks. I think that would be such a funny idea. It's such a complicated thing to think about because I have to get ingredients together. I have to get a day together to do it. I have to find out how to set up a camera and everything and content to make in my kitchen and make sure that everything could be fine there and I won't get doxxed. But I would love to do it if I can help it because I have a lot of recipes I've been meaning to do, and I think uh, trying out those recipes on stream would be kind of a fun idea. Um, but for the moment, maybe I don't know. Maybe I will. I'm gonna put this down actually on my doc for it because I like the idea of talking about my old D&D adventures, and then I can bring together a bunch of contents and stuff for that. Because there's some stuff I did in the background, even before I started doing my current campaign, that I would like to talk about. Um, and there's some stuff that I wouldn't mind showing off, even for my current campaign. So maybe we can make that our next for fun stream, just to talk about D&D. I would love that actually. Um, Next blue play is going to be Undertale, and then I'm probably gonna do yeah, because I did a fighting game this recent Steam stream. I'm gonna try to find a fun simulator game to do for the next Steam stream. I'm not entirely sure which one I want to do next. Maybe maybe lawn mowing simulator. Actually, let me check this because I have my Steam library on here. Or actually, you know what? Fucking, I have. I literally have my Backloggery right here. Is this? Oh, this is where I was looking at before. All right. Look at all those simulator games I have, dude. I there's some of these I obviously already played. I already played Power Wash Simulator from Game Pass. I played Bee Simulator on my own. I played Cultist Simulator on my own, but I wouldn't mind bringing that back. I only played one run of it. Um, I played PC Building Simulator on the channel. Alchemist Simulator I tried a little bit before my main time. It's all right. I kind of put it on the shelf for a while. Rover Mechanic Simulator would be fun to do too. Obviously Tabletop Simulator. Job Simulator on my Oculus as well too. I like to do a VR stream. I would like to figure out how to make that happen. Maybe that could even be my next for fun idea is VR. I'm actually gonna put that down. I'll just have to figure out how to make it happen. See how it's possible. But yeah, these are all basically good. These are all good options. Total Tank, Rover Mechanic, Lawn Mowing, Gas Station. I know Bandy would love to see me do Gas Station Simulator because he's played that a good couple of times. Builder Simulator, even Garden Life. American Truck Simulator is always a fun idea too. I've been meaning to do that one too. Farming Simulator. There's a lot of good simulator games out there that I would love to do. Simulator games are good content because, again, they're made to be video game versions of things that exist in real life. So it's like, okay, yeah, sure, maybe today I want to try being a farmer. Yeah, no, why not? I love Power Wash Simulator. It's actually a really fun experience. I never thought that it would be so oddly satisfying to do power washing. It's kind of crazy how well it worked as a game concept. All right. But yeah, I think that's basically going to be it though. Um, those are all my things I've done in April. Hopefully May will be an interesting and exciting year. As you guys also saw from the card here, um, tomorrow will be my birthday. So wish me happy birthday because this is going to be probably the last time you see me before my birthday passes. And the next stream I'm going to be doing is probably going to be this Monday. Let me make sure that's right. Actually, let me put it up on here. Full webcam. Okay. Da, da, da. Yeah, because this weekend I'm gonna be busy with birthday stuff, so I'm not gonna have a lot of time to stream. Um, Monday and Tuesday I am off though, so I'm gonna see if I'm doing stuff that day, but I shouldn't be. So I think sometime Monday, probably like around 1 o'clock, I'll do uh I'll do my drawing stream for either Heather or Vicky. I'll have to see which one works better. And then Tuesday we'll be starting a new Neptunia game. We're going to be playing Riders for the first time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun. I'm very curious to see what that game has in store for me. It looks wild. All right. So that's going to be all for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching today's stream. If you liked it, please like it and subscribe and follow if you should see more of it in the future. Um, I already mentioned what I'm going to be doing in the next coming weeks or months. So stay tuned for that. And so yeah, I'll be seeing you guys later. You guys have a good day and or night wherever you are. Uh, I'll see you all later. Bye bye now.